Hi there, it's Jen from modernmedicinelady.com and the Empathic Woman System, and the word of the day is fault. So earlier today, somebody had posted a article that basically said, hate to break it to you, but if you don't like your life, it's your own damn fault. And I clicked on it, not quite sure why, but I clicked on it, maybe so that I'd have something to talk about with you guys later today. And I read it, and there were things about it that I agreed with. One thing that I agreed with was that our attitude about life and about how we choose to respond to things really makes a difference in terms of our experience of life and how we perceive it and what life is like, and essentially argue for your limitations and they're going to be yours. Another thing that it was saying was we can choose to respond to challenges or adversity either by using it as an opportunity or an invitation to grow and move beyond them, or as something that can devastate us and just cause us to give up. And that's our choice. And the other thing that this article was saying was that we really get to decide how we act, what we do, that it's up to us to decide to make changes. And if something isn't working, that we need to look at our life and look at what's working, what's not working, and change it. And I agree with all of these things. But there's this line that articles like this seem to have where I find myself getting rubbed the wrong way. And that's the place where the article starts to basically say, if your life isn't working for you right now, it's your own damn fault. And if you just suck it up and pull yourself up by the bootstraps and basically work harder, push further, then it's all going to be, you can make it happen. And while I do believe that action is a very big part of what makes a difference in our life, I also believe that there is often a whole lot of other stuff involved in the story and is part of this that is part of the equation that goes beyond us. And that to say if it's not working, it's your fault, it feels unfair to me for a number of reasons. One is because sometimes, no matter how hard we're trying, no matter how much we're working, no matter how much effort we've put into something, if it's not what we were supposed to be doing in the first place, if the universe has a different plan in store for us, no amount of effort is going to make that happen. And I think it's unfair that if we're having a hard time, if we're going through a difficulty, that to add that sense of if only you worked harder, it would be different, it would be better. The other thing I was thinking about with this is just that sometimes we need to push, but sometimes we need to allow. And articles like this, for me, don't include the part of the equation which is grace, which is the idea that there is a power greater than me that is part of this process, that is part of this equation. And I can take my actions, but then there's a point at which I need to turn over the results. But also that it's not just up to me to go. It's not just up to me to just keep pushing all the time. And a number of years ago, I really learned a lesson about this when I was dealing with having chronic Lyme disease. And I was in a process where no matter what I was doing, there was a point at which I had to honor my limitations. And go was not going to be the solution. It wasn't the answer for me. What I had to do instead was recognize what my limits were, when enough was enough, and love myself through that anyway. And so there was a really important balance between the changes that I could make for myself and the places where I needed to let go and trust that even if I wasn't doing it perfectly, even if I couldn't do it all, that it was going to be okay anyway. And so I was thinking a lot about this balance between the place where I think we need to hold that space for grace and hold that space for compassion and self-love and care and mercy. And the other side where we need to have that motivation and that drive and that ambition and that severity, that discipline. And in the tree of life, in the Kabbalah, there's actually a place in it where there's on one side is mercy and on the other side is severity. And the story or the lesson in this is that neither of them alone can accomplish what the two together can. And so I was thinking about how incredibly important it is to have space for both that compassionate mercy and that ambitious, disciplined severity, that the two sides need to exist in order for us to truly grow. But to just focus on that, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, without honoring the places where there's more involved in this than is dreamt of in my philosophy. And I am part of this, but I'm not all of it. And it's okay sometimes to let it be not perfect. And it's okay sometimes to focus on just taking a break and regrouping and stepping back and reevaluating and just loving myself anyway. So this is a really big one. I mean, this is such a huge thing because so much of it is about how much is my responsibility? How much is your responsibility? Where is that fault line? What are we responsible for? What is our fault? And what is beyond us? And what are the things that we can change? And what are the things that we can let go of? So my question to you is, what do you think of all of this? What do you know is your responsibility? What are the things that you know that are the places where maybe it is your fault, where if you were to admit it to yourself, that if you shifted something, it could be better? And then also, where are the places where you need to cut yourself some slack, where maybe there is something greater than your plan at work, and the reason why something isn't working as you expect it to might be because something else is in store. So I'd love to hear what you have to say about all this. This is a really big one to me, and of all of the words of the day, this is one of the most, in some ways, complicated to me. So if you have thoughts and ideas, please leave them in comments below. I'd love to hear. I'd love to read. And until next word of the day, I am wishing you so much peace and ease and balance between that mercy and that severity. So if you haven't already done it, please go like my Facebook page, Modern Medicine Lady. Also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jennifer Moore, Modern Medicine Lady, and take my What's Your Empathic Type quiz at empathicwoman.com to find out where you fall on the highly sensitive empathic spectrum. So until next time, I am wishing you peace and balance.